Hey yo guys, welcome to a brand new episode of Scam Alert. If you're new to the channel, I make all types of videos with regards to scams, whether it's scam baiting where I try to waste as much of a scammer's time as possible while trying to make it entertaining for you. I also make educational videos where I teach you how different kinds of scams work and what you need to look out for and how to avoid them. And last but not least, I also make parodies about some of my favorite scam baiters. Sometimes I do rap songs and sometimes I do skits. So if you're new here and you like what I'm doing on the channel, please consider subscribing. Also, if you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up as it really helps with the YouTube algorithm. And last but not least, please make sure you share this with at least one friend or family member so that we can teach people and help people avoid getting scammed. Remember, each one, teach one. In this episode of Scam Alert, we're going to talk about election scams, what you need to know, what you need to look out for, and how to avoid them.
HeyO!
Since the pandemic began, the FBI reports that cybercrime reports to its website are up from 1,000 a day to 3,000 to 4,000 a day. Whether it's a pandemic, a natural disaster, scammers are always looking at current events to try to get people to fall for their scams. And while often other countries get blamed for fake social media accounts and fake reporting, it's important to remember that online scammers are always working and they don't care where you're from, what you look like, what country you're in. They're gonna try to scam you no matter what. So let's talk about 3 things you need to look out for as far as what scammers are doing in order to try and steal, try to scam, and try to persuade people with regards to elections. So whether you're conservative or liberal or red or you're blue, just kidding. Regardless of what party affiliation you may have, be on the lookout because scammers are always going to try to find a way to take your money.
Scam PACs. Typically, a political action committee or a PAC raises money for a political candidate or a cause. There are thousands of legitimate PACs, however, some so-called sham PACs target potential donors to collect money that primarily winds up paying fundraising costs and padding the organizer's pocket. According to the FBI, scam PACs are fraudulent political action committees designed to reroute political contributions for personal financial gain. This is a federal crime and can be costly to victims who thought they were making legitimate campaign contributions. Con artists may pose as fundraising volunteers in an attempt to convince victims to donate money, either in support of a specific cause or on behalf of a group of people. Even if the caller is not a true scammer, some charitable organizations may be poorly managed and not actually send an appropriate percentage of donated funds to the cause you wish to support. Here's how the scam works. Your phone rings, it's a robocall. A recorded voice asks you to chip in money for a candidate's campaign. The campaign urgently needs the cash. If you decide to give to the candidate, you'll be switched to a real person who then asks for your credit card information. In these scams, not a penny of the money will go to the candidate though. The con artist will grab your money or will use your data to steal your identity or both. AARP explains that sham PACs aggressively go after donors by phone, mail, and social media, often setting their sights on vulnerable older Americans. A sham PAC might mention the name of a high-profile political or media figure to pump up their efforts or might press ideological hot buttons, the AARP says. In one case cited by AARP, a Maryland man set up several scam PACs to pursue donations for a phony initiative to get out the vote and to protect election integrity. The man swindled millions of dollars from his victims, the FBI says. Here's what you can do to protect yourself. Signs that a PAC is a scam include the PAC and its website disappearing and the phone number going out of service. Figure out before you donate to a PAC whether it's on the up and up. To do this, check out the website of the Federal Election Commission or the Center for Responsive Politics. AARP advises that you not donate to a PAC that does not inquire about your citizenship or employment status. Why? A legitimate PAC can't accept donations from federal contractors or foreign nationals, so it must ask for citizenship and employment information. Always research fundraising organizations before donating. For campaign donations, it may be best to donate directly to the campaign via the candidate's official website or the local campaign office. Be cautious of fundraising links sent by email or social media. Instead of clicking on unfamiliar links, go directly to an organization's website by typing in the URL into your browser or using a search engine. Impersonation scams. Here's how the scam works.
This new scam, it is targeting seniors that live in key battleground states, Michigan being one of them. Now a new election scam, and it's targeting people right here in Metro Detroit.
You have to be very vigilant on who is calling you and what their reasoning for it is.
Melanie Ducanel with the Better Business Bureau is tracking a new robocall scam, but here's the twist. You may think that you're getting a recorded call from the president or Vice President Biden asking you for a donation. But what we've seen with these calls already is that they've been heavily edited, using the candidate's actual words, but they've been spliced together in a slick way to make you think they're asking you for your credit card information or your personal information.
They are capturing the candidate saying something like on a commercial, and they're incorporating it into a phone call that makes it sound like it's from their campaign headquarters, and it is not.
In the scam, voters over 70 are typically being targeted, and the majority of the calls are not going to a cell phone, but rather to landlines in Michigan, Ohio, and in Florida. These scammers will take your credit card information, but the real goal here to get your social security number. The idea is that they'll later work to steal your identity. Beware.
Scammers may use real recorded audio of a candidate's voice to solicit campaign contributions. The quote-unquote candidate will call to request a donation and then ask victims to push a button to be directed to a representative to complete the transaction. It can be difficult to differentiate real solicitations from fake ones, as real candidates and politicians often use pre-recorded calls in their campaigns as well. Here's what you can do to protect yourself. For campaign donations, it may be best to donate directly to the campaign via the candidate's official website or their local campaign office. Don't overshare your personal identifiable information or credit card number, as it may expose you to the risk of fraudulent charges or even future identity theft. Beware of spoofed calls, as scammers often make their calls look like they originated from a trusted source. Fraudulent texts, ballots, and emails. Some scammers exercise their ability to rip you off by persuading you to exercise your right to vote via text message. Here's how the scam works.
Phone calls, text messages, and emails. You need to be on guard as campaigning is heating up, which means scammers are also out there. This is just one text message an ABC 11 viewer shared with me concerning voting and requesting absentee ballots. When you get a text, do not click on any links from unknown numbers, as it could contain malware. While third parties are sending requests for absentee ballots, you can get one on your own from the State Board of Elections or from your county.
Be very wary of that. You just never know who's on the other side of that text message. So if you feel inclined to donate or want to get active, reach out to that campaign directly.
A text message pops up on your phone urging you to cast your vote by text. The text includes a link where you supposedly can vote electronically, but according to the FBI, voting by text isn't allowed anywhere in the United States. And as far as I know, it's also not allowed in Canada or the UK. Here's what you can do to protect yourself. Learn how and where to lawfully vote in your area by visiting websites like those of the National Association of Secretaries of State or the U.S. Election Assistance Commission in the United States. Canada and the UK will have their own as well.
And that's going to wrap up this episode of Scam Alert, guys. Please, like I said before, if you're new here and you like what I'm doing on the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button as well. If you like the video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. But most importantly, guys, share this with someone you know, especially around election times. There are scammers out there who are going to try to find some way, somehow, to take their money. Share this with someone you love and you care about. Remember, each one, teach one. Thanks so much, and I'll talk to you later. Peace!